People are... Okay, so I know a lot of people are kind of afraid of using these on their reptiles. This one's kind of a small one. I didn't need very much. I know there's kind of some bubbles in the end. I kind of adapted to that, so... this is my ball python, one of them. One of my many. And... give me just a second. In a bad spot. Getting stabbed by something. Okay. And not enough people really know how to use medicine with snakes. They don't really understand, like, how to do it. So I'm going to do, like, a how-to with showing how to give a medicine orally with a snake. I'm going to try. Hopefully not have any issues. This is Sunday. He looks a lot like like a Sunday. You just grab their jaw. They're really, really sweet with ball pythons. And he's very easy to, like, squeeze it into. I only have a little tiny bit, so I don't have to go very far. And then I just release, but a lot of people don't have the opportunity to release because their snake is very aggressive after you give them a dose of something. I have never gotten bit by a snake I've given a dose of anything to. Ever. I always release them. Hey, baby. This is my little snake, and he has worms, so I have to give him... some medicine. He's very, very thin, if you can tell by the spine. He's in quarantine right now with a couple other snakes. And you can tell also by his skin fold right there. And whoever we got him from, we didn't realize that he had a burn on the top of his head. And we didn't realize that... Hey, baby. That the burn and everything... He drinks a lot of water, by the way, which is really good. I put a lot of water in here, and I just filled it up. I fill this up every day, and that tells you how much water he drinks. And it's just going right through him. But he's a banana ball, which is why his name is Sunday. We have a female named Banana Nana. And he had a burn on the top of his head, and it was healing very nicely until one day it just kind of stopped healing. It's still healing, but it's like really, really faint. And then he started losing all this weight, and like the back of his spine started to show like this burn. Like none of this was here when we got him. And we had, none of that was. I have never seen those there. So, I don't know if, like, the burn was only on the top of his head. So, I don't know if there was, like, a stronger, like, something more going on internally. But, because we keep them in a tub. We've never had them near light. Hi, baby. But we've never had to treat him for his little burn. And he's never had mites with us. We treated him when we first got him. He's always had like this little thing on the front of his nose too, but he's got really an odd shape to his body. I don't know if it's just because he's so skinny that he has this like weird skin color on the top of his spine. We have not been able to figure it out. but he's going back to drinking again. If you haven't ever seen a snake drink, it's super adorable. They drink, they lap. We knew if we didn't do something about his weight loss, like giving him lots and lots of food and nutrition and everything else, there's tons and tons of things you can do for a snake, including one very big thing, taking them to the vet and getting them treated for worms or anything else that might be wrong with them. Don't just push them off on another person thinking that they can afford it. If you push a snake or a reptile off on another person, that person may not be able to afford it and may just, you know, euthanize the reptile on their own, thinking that that's the better thing to do. And sometimes they don't know which way is best to euthanize. Sometimes they don't know if, you know, that could have been like a respiratory infection. It could have been something simple like worms. Like, sometimes worms is not hateful. Panicure. Panicure usually can solve worms pretty quickly with snakes. And a lot of times you can buy this stuff over the counter, and if you know how to dose it out. But, I mean, if you don't know how to exactly do it, then I would not ever do it. Because unless you know how, don't do it. You're going to hurt yourself and your snake and just everyone involved. But that's our baby. I can always deal with comments if anybody has any comments about him and his spine, because I've never seen what's going on with his spine. I don't know if that's just his coloration, but it does not look like his coloration. I mean, that looks like something else. If you know what it is, let me know.